to have you along with us from Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, Virginia. EA Sports College Football just about a month into the season, and we are ready for this Week 4 clash. It's the Delaware Blue Hens and the Virginia Cavaliers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Charlottesville continues to be one of the most beautiful cities in the South. Their capacity at Scott Stadium is 61,000, and this beautiful horseshoe design provides gorgeous views of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Guys?
Okay, Holly. The Blue Hens headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. So Virginia's offense will go on the attack first. And now here comes Peyton Lewis, the former Tennessee Volunteer. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in a phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that one.
And most quarterbacks will tell you, if they start to drift and throw off their back foot, their balance isn't as good, and you're more inclined to miss like he did right there.
Pocket breaking down. Got his man to the left. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Such a nice job at pass protection. You got the corner out there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from, and all 5 guys up front doing their job.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. And for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Under fire. And it's a sack.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Virginia will call its first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Holstein to throw for it on 4th. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
Eli Holstein to throw. He's going for the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Blue Hens offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, at a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Running inside. It's Silver. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pressure coming. He's sacked. This defense all over it. The Blue Hens decide to punt it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running to Green. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The give to the tailback. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
The offense set for a first down play. Here's Holstein to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Lewis. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. We've reached the end of the period. It's Virginia holding the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. On the direct snap, it's Lewis. They forced ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Holstein. Moving out to the right. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Lewis. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Cavaliers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Quarterback making checks. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Throwing right. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Touchdown, Cavaliers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, the Devil Bear offense going back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Finds his tight end. Breaks free and he might be gone. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this.
Snags it, and there's running room. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Blue Hens want to crank the tempo.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it's squarely fault.
Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Blue Hens, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Motion from the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Here's the pressure. Soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Silver. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. From the gun. Unleashes one deep. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Down in the end zone. The big play there, and the defense gets the stop.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Timeout is called by Virginia. That's their second. They'll have one left. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Throwing, Holstein. He fires to the left side. Pick off! What a play by this defense! He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Complete to the right. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Blue Hens come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete to the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the Northwestern Wildcats. And it's the Hoosiers looking to move to 4-0 on the young season. And they're in front right now, and they've done it with discipline. Kind of the calling card of this program. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game in Charlottesville. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center and Scott Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Checking in with the Blue Hens head coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team. Somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Blue Hens with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Lofton. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Let's send the tight end in motion. They want to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Blue Hens will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Oh, what a cut! That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. They'll try the left side. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Looking for room. It's Lewis. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Holstein on the play fake. Looking for an open area to his left. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Eli Holstein to throw. Setting up the screen. Could not make his way to the corner. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
The Cavaliers will try to convert on 4th down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. They go play action with Holstein. Fires to the right. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Cavaliers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Going with the ground game left. Might have a chance. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field. Scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Taking the field now, the Blue Hens offense, and they'll start this drive. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down or else they are really in trouble. Makes the grab. Makes the grab in their space. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Silver. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me. He'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's a heat. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Blue Hens will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. From the red zone, it's Silver. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Absolutely perfect. Are forced to settle for 3.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking for a crease, it's Lewis. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
False start off offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Holstein to throw. Got a man. It's Flores. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And the Cavaliers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. The run inside. It's Beebe. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Across the 45. Caught, and he's got room. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Cavaliers will line it up on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Here comes the heat. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Delaware sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Give to the running back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And the Blue Hens come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly, running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Grab behind the line. It's Wilson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Running inside. It's Ellison. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
That's a really nice gain. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Grab behind the line. It's Lofton. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Finding an escape route. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And this defense has put a...
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Ellison. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this is always the time of the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Trying to set up the screen. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great...
There's a crease. The 50. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Roberts. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ellison. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.